More confident about yourself and your actions. Tequila can help ease you out of your shyness and let you tell the world that you're ready and willing to do just about anything. You'll notice the benefits of tequila almost immediately, and with a regimen of regular doses, you can overcome any obstacles that prevent you from living the life you want to live. Shyness and awkwardness will be a thing of the past, and you'll discover many talents you never knew you had. Stop hiding and start living with tequila. Tequila may not be right for everyone. Women who are pregnant or nursing should not use tequila. However, women who wouldn't mind nursing or becoming pregnant are encouraged to try it. Side effects may include...
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting, and now it's here. TBSN, the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Make some noise!
The Tony Bruno Sports Network. Download the app. Tell your friends the game is on. TBSN.
They thought they were going to get rid of us, but we're back.
Can't hear you, my friend. I'm going to try to dip out for a second. I don't know. Boo me, people. I'll be back. Check. No. Can you hear me, though? I can't hear you. Sorry, Kuwait. I'm failing you. I may try to just reset. What do you think? Okay. Stick with us, guys. We will be with you. Got a lot to talk about, so chill with us. Of course, you guys can always join the show if anybody can hear me. This is BleacherBrothers.com. And we'd love to talk about not just sports, but so many other things. Of course, BleacherBrothers.com. So many awesome articles by guys I'm looking at. Stephen Loocher is one of the best guys out there that's writing great stuff. And also Bet365. I know you can join, and yeah, some people can hear me. Got a Joe in there. He's got a Tom in there saying the audio. So we're working it through. We're not geniuses, but we play them on TV or the streaming. So I heard somebody. I heard a AJ voice. I got an AJ voice. Oh my goodness.
I want to raise, damn it.
Look what you've
All
learned through
right.
all these weeks and such.
Dude, you just start pushing buttons and stuff and unplugging things and plugging things back in and it starts to work, man. See, they thought they could get rid of us. And they almost did. But now we're back. So
You can't keep us down.
And just expect a technical shit show tonight. That's all. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Everything was unplugged, traveled across the country, and came back. And now it's back. And so anyway, dude, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, definitely. Watch the Super Bowl. It was entertaining.
You were one of 123.4 million people.
Whoa.
Highest rated television program ever. Even more than the moon landing.
My goodness. If we can get like 1 million on our show, I'd be happy. So let's work on that, people.
Yes.
Tell your folks, tell your friends, tell dead people to tell dead people to, to raise up. So,
Exactly.
that's crazy. That's a lot more than the moon landing.
Yeah,
so tell me.
Did you see Joe says half the people? Well, I don't have to shout it out. I can just go like this and boom, everybody can see it.
Shout it out.
Look, man, we had a 3-day weekend, so I'm a little bit out of sync. I mean, it's Tuesday, but it feels like Monday.
Yeah, and we talked about that. Hey, Monday should be a holiday, or just move the Super Bowl to Saturday. Who says this to be on Sunday?
Look, man, here's my take. All right, and I want to hear your take. All right. Mm-hmm. The question that I asked myself immediately after the game is, did the Chiefs win this, or did the 49ers completely just blow it and crap the bed? And it's, I think, a combination of both. I think, and I'll get to my take on Mahomes in a little bit, but Mahomes is just a one-man wrecking crew. That's it. I mean, he willed. I guess I'm getting to Mahomes right now, and then I'll let you talk. But Mahomes willed the Chiefs to victory all by himself, single-handedly. That was him. Now, the 49ers put him in a position to do that. From McCaffrey fumbling on the opening drive, and you remember my prediction, right? My prediction was a complete blowout, and it looked pretty damn good on that first drive. And then he fumbles on the 5. And then their offense goes invisible for the second and third quarters. Bad clock management. Greenlaw getting hurt, running onto the field was a big problem. The missed extra point. I was, as a 49er fan, I was And I'm not one of those guys that paints my face or smashes my TV. Like, literally, my Monday was no different either way.
You saw that, did you?
Yeah. No, I'm not like those Cowboy fans. Or like Putty from Seinfeld, where I'm painting my face going to the games. That's Looch. He does that with the Devils. Looch coming up at 9:00 tonight. Looch on Ice, NHL talk.
Get ready for Looch.
I think they really effed up royally by giving Patrick Mahomes that chance. And by taking the kickoff in overtime, you don't do that. You got to see what Mahomes is going to do. If he scores a touchdown, then you need to score a touchdown. But you take the ball, you drive you get lucky with that penalty, or else the game would have been over 1 minute into overtime. Yep. But you get lucky with the penalty. You drive the field, and then you stall out. You get, one of your O linemen misses a block. Purdy gets sacked. They got to kick the field goal. There was no doubt in my mind that Mahomes was going to get the ball and go down and score a touchdown right there.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Absolutely, because that was the thing. Do you take the ball first or second in overtime? And, yeah, you're right. You take the ball second because you want to see what it is. Plus, if you have the ball second, it's 4 down territory the whole way. And then with that drive that Mahomes had, like you said, Mahomes just took control. And that's why, going back to my pick, I couldn't go against Mahomes. And they knew, here it was, 4th and 1. Everybody on the field, and even like Taylor Swift knew the play was going to be, and it's going to go to Mahomes. Like, he's your best running back. I hate to do it to you, Pacheco, but he's just going to get it. And he made that little move and got him the first down. And that right there, I mean, like you said, on top of the missed PAT, on top of the fumble, interception. I blame hardly anything on Purdy, but that adds up. All those little decisions that you have made, and who are they going to point to? And I have to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else. I have to point to the coach. He's got a track record of losing in the second half of these Super Bowls, Atlanta and down the line. So did San Francisco lose that game? Maybe, you could make the case for both, but I'm edging towards yes. San Francisco probably lost that game with their decisions.
They were unprepared because it came out after the game that they didn't know what the overtime rules were. Some of the players were saying this. Now, that could be an excuse, but on the other side, the Chiefs, they said that in training camp, they started practicing for overtime in the Super Bowl, knowing that if they got the ball second and the Niners scored a touchdown, they would drive the field and then go for 2.
Yeah.
And either win the game or lose the game right then and there.
That's it. And they probably could have gone for 2 and won, knowing the way they were moving the ball and everything like that. So, and injuries. I mean, so that play that Purdy could have had, I think who was wide open? Was it not? He went to Jennings, but Jones was right in his face. It was just too fast. He didn't have a chance to possibly look off Jennings and go to, I think it was Ayuk on that play. If Ayuk, he was wide open, but you can't fault, again, I don't want to fault Purdy because he's missing one of his best offensive linemen, and just it was like that guy that was in there was like a freaking saloon door, and just let Jones come right into his face. So,
yeah, it was a calamity of F-ups on the Niners side. So there's a lot of talk on sports radio now the last 2 days about dynasty, and is Mahomes better than Brady? Brady's got 8, right? Or 7. How many does he have? 7 or 8? I think he's got 7. Mahomes has 3.
Yeah.
But here's initially when I heard people talking about this on sports radio and on Sports Center and all over the TV, I'm thinking, shut up, idiots. Brady's got 7. Mahomes has 3. He's got a long way to go to catch Brady. Brady always needed an Edelman, a Gronk, Randy Moss, a Belichick.
Yeah.
I feel like you could throw Andy Reid right out of there. Travis Kelce can go off to Tokyo with Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And Mahomes will keep winning Super Bowls. The dude is literally a one-man wrecking crew. Brady has 7. Thanks, Joe.
Because they even, at one point, they threw to the other tight end, Gray, and it fooled Jim Nantz. And he said, and I, at one point, thought it was Kelsey, too. It was Kelsey gets 5 yards. Oh, no, that was Gray. It fooled me. So, I mean, Gray is just as viable as Kelsey was as far as tight end. And look, Tony, with the guy that kept dropping the ball, he was out of the game. Thank God, because he probably would have dropped the ball and lost in the game or something like that. So you just need like 1 or 2 guys. That's it for that guy.
He has no weapons. He literally, you take away Kelsey, he's got nothing. And I mean, you think Tyreek Hill, probably the best receiver in football, if not the best. He's in the top 3. Would you agree?
Yeah.
They trade him away, and then they win 2 more Super Bowls. I mean, it's like all he needs. And, unlike Brady, who had to deflate the footballs, you could probably overfill these footballs with air. You could fill them with helium. And this dude
put
will
them rocks
win.
in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Chief hater by any means, and I'm not a Mahomes hater. I got a bad vibe on Mahomes when I watched that show Quarterbacks because he seemed like a dude that was just all about himself. But, God bless him for being all about himself a couple days ago because he single-handedly won that game. The Niners gave it to him on a platter, and he said, hell yeah, I'm doing this. There's no way I'm not.
Don't you see a little bit? I was going to ask you, I got a couple questions. First of all, did you think that game was entertaining?
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, I was preoccupied for a lot of the game because I was watching that $250,000 parlay we put together, and I was just, I was praying for like 400 points with 2 minutes left to go in the game. And then when it got to overtime, that it almost hit the over.
Yes.
It ended up being, I think it ended up at 47 points, right? Was it 25-22?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So then the over-under went down to 47, I think, or 46.5 day of the game. But it just...
I did hit on the point spread, though. The 3 points.
Yeah. I went the other way. I was 1.5 minus on the Niners, and I had so many... It's amazing. When you do these little prop bet parlay things for fun, and you get carried away... All of a sudden, you look down and you're like, wait a minute, where did $1,000 just go? I got $20 on this, $5 on this, $50 on this, and, they all pay out like $18,000, $68,000. I'm thinking, yeah, I ain't going to work tomorrow. Yeah, I went to work the next day.
And then my other question real fast was as far as like Mahomes, to me, I don't know about you, he reminds me of a little Brett Favre gunslinger. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
He's got that way about him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And he's gonna throw some picks from time to time, and he's gonna be careless from time to time. But when the game's on the line, there's nobody else I'd rather have handling the ball than Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he proved that. And somehow, we'll get to this right after the bottom of the hour, but the 2025 Super Bowl odds are out already, and the Chiefs are not the favorite to win. I
can't believe that. Come on.
I would automatically just make Mahomes the favorite no matter what at this point. It literally take Andy Reid away, take Travis Kelce away, take Taylor Swift away, take them all away. It does not make a difference. Mahomes should absolutely positively be the favorite to win the Super Bowl every single year.
Yeah.
Because the dude he's a one-man wrecking crew, and I am not a Chief lover by any means at all. I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan since I was a little kid. But they don't deserve to win. And now they're, Ayuk is crying. He's sending out cryptic tweets and Instagram posts. His girlfriend, and I mean, it's just,
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
But the bummer is, the Niners have been to 4 out of 5 of the last NFC Championship games. They're always in the championship game ever since I was a kid. How many times I've seen them lose to the Giants in the championship game, lose to the Cowboys in the championship game. I mean,
But those days were different. The championship game was almost better than the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, Cowboys and Niners there for 2-3 years in a row. It was Cowboys, and then the Niners squeaked that last one out with Steve Young there. They were good, and even before that with Montana,
I don't know if they squeaked that out. Steve Young was on a mission that year.
Yeah, and they annihilated. That's what I was going for in the Super Bowl. I thought the Super Bowl was going to be just like the Chargers all over again, where they just go in there and steamroll. And I figured Jerry Rice would even score a touchdown this week. That's how confident I was in the Niners. Just doing. I will never ever doubt Patrick Mahomes again.
So go back. You said Ayuk was tweeting stuff, or he was like some cryptic tweets or something?
His girlfriend sent, I don't know if it was a tweet or an IG, but she made a post that this may be the last time we're ever at Levi Stadium. I guess she was there picking him up. He was getting his stuff out of his locker yesterday. And then he put out a tweet with just a pair of eyeballs that said, don't forget, why'd you stop looking at what got you here or something like that? So, I mean, I don't know.
I got a chance to ask him a question over the Super Bowl. I asked him, hey, if you weren't playing football, what would you be doing?
What did he say?
Real estate. He said real estate. And I said, oh, yeah, I could see you. So, hey, watch out, man. Watch out, Remax or Coldwell Banker.
Century 21.
So you might be looking for a job. You just hire him. He's great.
Well, he's got no sense of humor because Chef Tom asked him a great question also. Chef Tom asked, I wish I had the clip. I'd play it now. But Tom asked him, if you win the Super Bowl, will you guys pool your money together so Brock Purdy could get his own place to live?
Great question.
It was. I thought that was like a straight-up stuttering John, hysterical, like a late-night Guillermo, whatever it is on Jimmy Kimmel show type of question. And he didn't crack any. He's like, oh, yeah, Brock's doing okay. He's all right. Yeah,
whatever. You don't know anything.
Yeah, obviously not. So, who'd you watch the game with? Did you watch it by yourself? Did you watch it with your kids? Did you watch it with your wife? Did you watch it with your dog?
So I started out, I was with your boy, the Penguin AZ.
Penguin AZ?
At the golf tournament. And we left the TPC, perfect timing to get back at his house, watch a good, like the first half. My wife was all of a sudden has a headache. She's got to go. So we watched the rest of it at my house with the family and, just chilling, man. Carly, his wife, made chili. So I ate some chili and that was about it, man. It was, I think, I was looking at him like, holy cow, man, it's like 9:00 my time. This thing's over with. I was feeling bad for you guys.
Yeah, it was late. Hey, so I can see. I'm like the Wizard of Oz. I can see everything right now.
Oh.
I can see where people are listening from. Hawaii in the house. Aloha.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hawaii in the house. Aloha.
Love our Hawaii bras, man. Anything for you guys.
I'm looking for Kuwait. I don't see any Kuwait action yet, but I'm looking.
It's only 4:22 a.m. there, so they're like scratching their eyes. Just give them a chance,
Yeah, this is kind of cool. Hawaii in the house tonight. So we got
cover the globe.
We got Florida in the house, got Texas in the house, got California in the house, got the whole friggin' Northeast is lit up like a friggin' Clark Griswold's Christmas tree. The Northwest is lit up like Clark Griswold's Christmas tree.
Excellent.
And we're international. We're up Finland, Sweden, somewhere up there also. So
prestige worldwide.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. So we are Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305, because we got Florida, so that makes us 305. We're worldwide.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff. We got to talk about. So what I'm sick and tired of talking about is football. I was tired of college football, and we got past it. Vegas in the house. Yeah, Vegas in the house. I didn't see Vegas on the map. Must be undercover Vegas, but shows you how accurate those analytics are. I was just looking at. But Vegas in the house. I'm tired of talking about football. So what I want to do is kind of put football in its box with the Christmas tree and shove it up in the attic for a while. But if we can hit on the favorites to win next year's Super Bowl,
Okay.
And who the longest long shot on the board is. I also want to hit on. I literally missed. I never got up and walked away, but I missed all of the commercials. Like the best one, the one I want to talk about, this freaking Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Tom Brady one. It was so goofy. I didn't see it till after the fact because I'm busy. I'm tweeting or Xing. What do they call it now? Do you still call it tweeting, even if it's X? I was Xing. I was tweeting my ex
Not
on tweet.
DMX.
I have no idea. No, I wasn't.
Easy. The wife's listening.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke.
And
then I was watching my prop parlay dealios, and it's like crap. Good move, Luker, making up for lost points early on. Luker started the show out minus 10 points tonight, but he's quickly making it up. So why don't we do this? Because we're back to commercials and things like that. Let's go to a commercial break real quick. All right, and then when we come back from the commercial break, let's hit the odds and figure out maybe we can build a preseason prop bet right now that we can put together.
Cool.
For the two teams to meet in the Super Bowl.
I'm already thinking about it. Hey, man.
I am.
That's my style.
I'm calling a rematch right now. But next year, I'm putting all my money on Mahomes. Screw my team. I see you on the chat, Gene. Hello. So anyway, we're going to take a real quick commercial break, if I remember how to do this. It's been a while since we've gone to a commercial. And when we come back, more of the Bleacher Brothers show.
You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6 with a thought. So I was at the local grade school recital the other day while the kids were doing America the Beautiful. And it got me thinking. Motel 6 is a lot like that song. Stay with me here. From out front in the parking lot, you can look up and see those spacious skies. In some places, you can look out over amber waves of grain. Of course, right now the grain's just kind of poking up through the dirt, but you know what I mean. With nearly 600 locations from sea to shining sea, Motel 6 is close by just about everything this great land has to offer. And no matter where you go, you'll always get a clean, comfortable room for around $24. A lot less in some places, a little more in others, but always the lowest prices of any national chain. For reservations, call 505-891-6161. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, where America still looks beautiful, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Hello, amigo. I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad, you can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them, but bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. To have bananas that are fully ripe, you must be absolutely sure to take them home and let them ripen at indoor temperature.
Oh, sure.
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I used to be alone in a crowd, but now you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, if you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Us peppers are an interesting breed, an original taste is what we need. Ask any pepper and he'll say, only Dr. Pepper tastes that way. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Come on! Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Right. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper.
Snap, what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound I've found. Me clap, rap. Snap, crackle, like Krispies. My I say it's crackle, the crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or it's plus not found. Snap, crackle, Rice Krispies. I insist that that's the sound. The best is missed unless pops around. You can't stop hopping and the cereal's popping. Snap, crackle, Rice Krispies. I can crackle, that's the sound. You gotta have crackle as the pops come round. And crackle, crackle, and the cereal's popping. Snap, crackle, makes the world go round. Kellogg's best to you.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Tiny Thong Bikini Wearer.
Mr. Tiny Thong Bikini Wearer.
Beachgoers the world over see you coming and say, hey, check out the woolly mammoth in the rubber band.
A giant woolly mammoth.
Who says you need muscles and a big package to wear one of those? Not you, that's for sure.
Standing tall.
Like ground meat crammed into a sausage skin, you take to the beach and proudly strut your stuff.
Yeah!
If you've got it, flaunt it. That's your motto, which is ironic because you haven't got it. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, sweet cheeks, and know that if you weren't wearing that suit, we'd ask you to take a bow.
Mr. Tiny Thong Bikini Wearer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now, back to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. Oh, you really got me.
Yeah!
Party drum it.
I'm telling you, that 3-day weekend did me good. Got the energy back. Excited to be back, hanging out with you again.
We're back. You are watching the Bleacher Brothers show. Jeff got his energy back. He's air drumming like a mofo.
Oh,
You are watching us. Well, you know where you're watching us. You're watching us on Facebook. You can watch us on X. You can watch us on YouTube. You listen to us on the Tony Bruno Sports Network. Join the revolution. I mean, literally, people all over the map here, man. All over the map. And I'm getting technical flags and warnings going off here, but that's how we roll, dude. We live on the edge. Due to unexceptional, low, significant decrease in quality, whatever. How can the quality of this show be decreased any more than it's currently decreased?
yeah, just having us on your screen as the quality just notches up. Come on.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Oh.
All right, so did you look at these odds? Have you seen these odds?
I just heard the same thing you'd said. Like, the Chiefs are not the favorite. Then who's the favorite? The 49ers or what?
The San Francisco 49ers are favored to return to the Super Bowl in 2025. I don't know how they come up with these odds right now because, you know, aren't these guys all going in the portal any minute? The NFL portal? 49ers are plus 550. So you bet $100, you make 550. Your pay is 550. Kansas City is second, plus 700. And then you got Baltimore. This doesn't make any sense. Baltimore plus 850. Why would Baltimore be third? They can't win a big game.
I don't know.
After that, the Bills plus 1,000. Then you got the Lions, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Dolphins kind of clumped after that.
Really?
All of this, I believe, is on our website. I think I saw that. I believe Dexter dropped an article on this.
Oh.
And then who do you think the longest shot? So you haven't looked at this. Who do you think the longest shot on the board right now is to win the Super Bowl next year?
Let's do. I always wanted to say the Jets, but they're actually not so bad. So
They're middle of the pack. Hang on, it's all
Yeah.
on our website. Let me pull up the website here. That's what we got a website for, right?
I'll say the Broncos.
Didn't I see this? Let's see.
don't
No,
know.
not the Broncos.
No, not even the Broncos.
So here's what we got. We got San Francisco is number 1, Chiefs number 2, Baltimore 3, Buffalo, then Detroit is plus 1,200, Cincinnati's plus 1,300, Miami, what a goof. Anybody's going to waste money on betting on Miami. Just give it to me. 1,700. The Eagles are plus 2,000, Packers plus 2,000, Cowboys plus 2,000, your Houston Texans plus 2,200.
Okay.
Jets are plus 2,500, Chargers 25, Jacksonville plus 3,000, Bears 3,000. You got the Rams, the Browns, and the Falcons all at 3,500. Colts at 45, Vikings at 55, Seattle 65, Tampa Bay 7, Pittsburgh 75. Pittsburgh ain't got no quarterback.
And Andre 5,000 too.
What's that?
And Andre 5,000. Don't forget him.
Yes, I was just going to get to him right now. The Cardinals at plus 8,000. The Saints at 8,000. Now you're getting into some big bucks here, all right? The Commanders plus 10,000.
Okay.
Giants plus 10,000. The Patriots plus 10,000. Raiders 10,000.
The Raiders.
Broncos 10,000. The Tennessee Titans plus 15,000. Who did I leave out, buddy? One team is plus $25,000 for a $100 bet. I said the Colts somewhere in there. It's not the Colts. They're not the last man standing.
Okay. Who did we miss? You said Seattle?
I said Seattle.
My goodness. Well, I heard the Cardinals. Did you say the Rams?
I said the Rams.
Man, I must not have been paying attention at home.
You must not have been paying attention, you son of a bitch. The Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Plus
How can I forget?
25,000.
They had the first round pick last year. Got a quarterback. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that team. Hey, but the Texans, they lost to them last year. It was earlier in the season, but Joe Q, I think he put up there the Texans. He must have seen it plus 3,000. If you could lock that in, a plus 3,000 on the Texans, that's some value. I don't know. It's just like a lot of teams. You get a couple pieces and get on a hot streak, and bam, we know who they have to beat. Beat the Lamar Jacksons and the Mahomes of the AFC, and you could find yourself in the Super Bowl. Texans, let's go.
Well, Joe Q is sitting out there in Vegas right now. So if anybody's got some action that they want to get in, your first option is go to BleacherBrothers.com and download Bet365 or download BetMGM or download FanDuel or download BetRivers. I mean, there's any one of our friends. But you got to be 21 years or older. And if you have a gambling problem, stop. Before you download the app, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Then download the app, put your money in so that, our friends give us a kickback for sending you their way. But they have great promotions right now going on. I know that BetMGM it's like every day these guys try to outdo one another, these sports books, with bigger and better promotions. So Bet365 came out with something killer, and now BetMGM this morning I got the thing says, hey, don't hang out with them, hang out with us because we're better because this is what we're going to do for you. So,
well, if you do have a problem, I think you're just not listening to AJ. And I'm doing my hands like this. You know what that means? I'm ready. At one point in the show, you're going to give us some NBA, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, we forgot. Oh, man, we blew right past it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm glad I'm here for you.
Let's do this because games are underway already. I'm sorry. Here's my NBA today, real fast. I'm just going to hit it. I like the Bucks over the Heat. I know the game started already. I have no idea what the score is, but I like the Bucks. The Bucks finally played some defense last night. Now, I don't like teams that are playing on back-to-back nights and have to travel, and that's what the Bucks are doing. But the Heat are pretty bad, and the Heat got some heavy hitters out tonight. So I'm taking the Bucks. The Bucks were minus 7.5, I believe. Let me double check that. No, it was minus. Yeah, it was minus 7.5 when I locked it in. And the other game I like starts later. I like Minnesota minus 8.5 over Portland. Those are my 2 locks. Okay. And I also did a 3-game parlay where I threw Phoenix in there minus 5.5 over Sacramento. So I'm glad you brought that up, buddy. People would have been pissed that I don't give up my locks, and then I go like Floyd Mayweather, counting my money all over the place. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get next year when we go. Next time we go somewhere, we go to the Final Four. Let's say we go to the Final Four. We'll bring Luker. We'll bring Robbie. We'll bring Joe Q, Chef Tom. We'll bring anybody. We'll bring whoever's watching in Hawaii or Kuwait or Finland. We'll bring you guys to carry the bags of money around, and we'll walk around like Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby.
I know. I'm too old to be carrying all that heavy-ass stuff. Come on, man. I need some help.
Exactly. So, Super Bowl commercials.
All right, Super Bowl commercials.
Did you have a favorite?
I don't know if I had a favorite, but I like the one that everybody like clutched their pearls to was the Jesus one with washing the feet. And, like it wasn't like it was any good, but I just liked all the reaction. Like, oh, well, how could you put a Jesus commercial on the Super Bowl? Like, gives a crap. I mean, you know, like everybody just loves to have a hard time with something. And that's the thing. And I heard other commercials like, they shouldn't have shown the commercial. Like, what are you, 85? Just get over it, So, what about you?
We don't do religion on the show, but I will tell you this. I don't think that if Jesus was watching the game, he would have approved of that commercial.
No.
So if you actually look at the story behind it that they were trying to sell or whatever the frig they were doing, I don't even know who was that commercial. What company puts that commercial out? Because this is not the first year they've done it. They've done it in previous years also.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't know. Is it the same people that we saw trying to push the Jesus out there with the megaphones or what?
I have no idea. I
don't know. I don't know
who it was. Joe Q will know because Joe Q really, we should hire Joe. We could let Chef Tom and Luker go. I mean, Chef Tom's a no-show tonight. Luker barely showed, but he does get some points because he's got the commercial queued up that we want to show. I'm just kidding, Luker. I ain't getting rid of you, man. I ain't getting rid of you. We love you, buddy.
That's right.
One of the highlights last week, and we're not going into all Radio Row crap. You want to see what happened on Radio Row? Go back and watch the shows from last week. But
pretty much.
One of the highlights was getting to hang out with Luker in person and meeting, some of these guys. Who did I meet for the first time? It was just Luker. Luker's the only guy I met for the first time. I've already hung with everybody else.
Exactly.
So
it was good to see him. He was excited, and all the energy he brought was fun. So.
Yeah, no, Luker's a good guy. And Luker got us a great guest. Luker got us Patrick, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Robbie's cutting up all that stuff. So Robbie's got the audio cut for us so we can play Patrick because he did, hey, you're listening to the Bleacher Brothers show, and I don't even think these guys are brothers. So, that should be funny. But let's take a look at this Dunkin' commercial, which I missed in person.
I don't think you should do this. Last year she came to my work. Now I gotta show her what I can do.
He's here.
Fleck on the track.
What up, Bronx? For your consideration, here comes the Boston Massacre. The Dunk Kings. Touchdown Tommy on them keys. Player coach.
Got it.
I'm open. And needs no introduction, my partner.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend.
You said you were gonna support me?
Dunk Kings!
Don't go away, my heart. Why you dunking me, girl? Why you dunking?
Dunk Kings!
My heart.
How do you like them donuts? I'm so sorry.
You had to see it, but I forgive you. Lay us on the track.
Are we gonna be on the album?
We talked about this.
Let's go. You're blinded by them pinstripes.
Wrap it up.
Here goes Babe Ruth.
Tom, you can stay.
You remember when I told you I'd do anything for you? This is anything.
Chill. They're naming a drink after us.
I thought it was pretty funny. And the stuff that they're blowing out today on Instagram is really funny. There's all sorts of, other parts of this commercial that didn't air during the Super Bowl. That's Jason Bourne dressed up like a I don't know what the hell they were dressed up like. But here's the thing, bro. Dunkin' Donuts apparently scored big because they sold out of merch. They sold the tracksuits and the bucket hats in 19 minutes.
Dude.
On their website and all of their stores.
Unbelievable.
I mean, are people literally jumping up in the middle of the Super Bowl and running out to Dunkin' Donuts to buy the bucket hats?
I guess.
I mean, I want one. I want one.
I mean, I just want a Dunkin' Donut. That's all. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Check out the other. I don't know where. I guess Dunkin' Donuts probably put them out. So if you're not following Dunkin' Donuts, go look at them on X or on Instagram. But there was some funny stuff where they were, Brady was throwing the football through the tire, and then Damon was able to throw it through the tire, and then Affleck couldn't, and it was a whole thing, and it was funny. It was. I'm not a big Ben Affleck guy. Actually, I can't stand him.
I'm sure, yeah.
But
a lot of people are like that.
I like Brady, and I like Matt Damon, dude. I think Matt Damon is Luker, man. You're the dude. Problem though, Luker, is darn it. No, I gotta hang on a second. Let me do this without.
And I did some traveling back in the East Coast before. Dunkin' Donuts was not. It's like hit or miss out here in Arizona. As a matter of fact, for a long time it wasn't here, and I found out it's an East Coast thing.
Not to be confused with Drunken. Those are two totally separate people, right? Dunkin' and Drunk.
Show you what's up. Right. I could have gotten drafted. Tom had gotten drafted ahead of me. Ready?
Oh, it's coming right back.
Oh, but look at the hands. Right through the Dunkin'. Ready? You for Tom. See what you got. Oh! Lucky shot. Still didn't make it.
Low to keep him away. Now we're talking. No. The hands. Yes. No, I don't want to hurt your hands.
Yeah, I don't either. Ready? Oh! I told you he was better than you, Matt.
You get that?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
It's about not a winner.
Yeah. Oh! Oh!
Well done. I'm throwing. Come on, let's go.
Oh, now Matt's.
Oh,
he's going to be at 45 minutes.
Thanks, bud. Good job.
Yes. What up? Dunkin'!
Is not making its way through on the radio side anyway. So
no.
Now I got a message. Never mind. It was on Twitter and it was lagging. So
Dunking.
So Steven, it's been a while since you've done an update, buddy. Let's go to our top fan rivalry sports desk here. And after this, Jeff, we got to talk about the halftime show real fast because we did have Usher was our first guest last week in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Usher came on the show, and I was really pulling for the guy to do a good halftime show. We'll discuss that after after we get an update from Steven Luker. So, Steven, what's happening?
All right, we have the Celtics up 72-57 against the Nets in halftime right now. So that's the score in Brooklyn. The Thunder are up 60-54, start of the third quarter against the Orlando Magic right now. The Miami Heat are winning 52-37 against the Milwaukee Bucks.
No.
Steven, what is second quarter?
Second quarter.
Steven, you sumbitch you.
But in our hockey action, we have a lot of action going on in hockey. The Canadiens are up 3-0 against the Anaheim Ducks at the end of the second period. The Ottawa Senators are up 5-3 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. End of the second period. At the end of the second period in Boston, the Bruins and Lightning are tied 2 apiece in the end of the second period. At the end of the first period, the Toronto Maple Leafs are up 2-1 against the St. Louis Blues. The Buffalo Sabres are beating the interim head coach Kings team, who fired their head coach last week before the All-Star break. 5-0 Buffalo. The Colorado Avalanche are up 4-2 against the Washington Capitals. The Seattle Kraken are up 1-0 against the New York Islanders. The Dallas Stars are up 1-0 at the end of the first period. The Predators are up 1-0 against the Devils. And it's just tied 0-0, 14:50 to go in the first period of the Chicago Blackhawks and the Vancouver Canucks. And are on this day in history in 1977, Julius Erving played in his first NBA All-Star game, is voted MVP despite his East team losing 125-124. Erving scored 30 points and grabbed 12 rebounds. And that is your sports update.
Good job, buddy.
What up, Dr. J? Hey, what do you think, Luker? Did you get any of that? Sounds like you got that ick. You sick?
I don't know. My nose is stuffy and everything.
All right, just making sure you didn't get that stuff.
Jeff,
I don't know what I have.
You made everybody sick last week, Jeff.
That's right. That was the plan. Get you down to my level.
Exactly. So, what'd you think of the halftime show, Jeff?
I mean, I'm not a big Usher fan. Actually, I was sitting there trying to count. Do I know any of these songs? Do I know any? And finally, when it was like the yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that song. With Luda, I mean, that was entertaining. And I had to ask my wife, like, I wish my kids were like not watching, and I would have quizzed them. Who are these people? That's how old I felt. But I'm like, man, Usher looked like he was sweating more than Kelsey. Like, what's that all about? So I think it was all right. Like, just I don't know how to improve it, but just was
Jeff, I think it was horrible, buddy. I think it was the worst halftime show maybe that I've ever seen. But then people reminded me that Rihanna was not very good last year. It was just boring. And the thing was, back in the summer, the Las Vegas Super Bowl committee floated the idea of ACDC for the halftime show.
Oh, man.
And somehow Usher was on my TV instead of ACDC.
ACDC would have been so much better.
Could you imagine how great ACDC would have been?
They would have united everybody. Think about it. So many people, even young people. So old people, young people. I did not know that, AJ.
Yeah,
I would have, man.
I wrote an article about it and put it on BleacherBrothers.com. I was so excited. I went and booked my hotel room and my plane tickets right then and there when I heard AC/DC, because that's been one of my things in life, was to go see AC/DC. And I had tickets to see them one time about 10 years ago, but it was in Tampa, and I didn't go. I thought, I'll catch them next time. And then 6 or 7 years ago, I knew they were on tour. I said, I'm going. They were right here, close to me in Fort Lauderdale. I went online, and it said AC/DC with Axl Rose. I'm like, Axl Rose is opening?
Huh?
And then I did a little investigation, and Brian Johnson went deaf. So Axl Rose stepped in, and he was the lead man. I'm like, this is not AC/DC with Axl Rose. This is trash. I'm not doing it. They just did perform a few months ago, right out there in Luker's backyard at Coachella, but it was Monsters of Rock. And there's rumor every year that they're getting ready to go on tour. I read Germany. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I will see. If they go out on tour, I will do ACDC this year. I don't care if I have to go to Germany.
That's okay. One of our listeners in Germany will help you and guide you. And
Wiedersehen.
Yeah, that's right. We got good folks out there. They'll help you out, and maybe you can do some kind of hostel or something out there.
I'm not a hostile sort of guy, dude. I'm very peaceful. Very peaceful. Apparently, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing on basketball now. All of a sudden, I may need to take a. When is the All-Star break? Isn't it coming up here real soon? Like this week?
This weekend, isn't it?
I think so, because I did have Boston, but I have Orlando, and they're getting, well, it's only 9 points.
Yeah, the Bucks.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Phoenix will come through tonight. Phoenix and Portland, and then Minnesota will come through tonight.
That's okay. You need a break. I mean, it's. I don't even watch the NBA All-Star game anyway, so a nice little break from the NBA could do you good.
It would do me good. I did go 7-2 on my NBA picks last week, so
yeah,
it's not a bad week. I went head-to-head against Pete Shepard on pick for pick, and he dropped out 3 days in because I had clinched the division. Unlike the 49ers, though, I can finish the game.
That's what made him sick, I think.
Yes, my picks might be what made him sick. So,
brother.
Coming up after the top of the hour, we got Looch on ice tonight.
Yes.
There's a lot going on in the NHL. So Looch put out a post on a tweet. I don't know what you call them anymore. They're posts. They're not tweets anymore if it's not called Twitter anymore. But Looch put something out last week on X, and the thing went ballistic. I mean, it's got over 100,000 impressions. That's crazy. So the hockey content, people are eating up Looch's hockey content. And Looch has big Jim Dowd news.
Oh boy!
In his Looch on Ice segment tonight. So, we got Looch on Ice coming up. We got another Luker update. We got to get into some MLB because spring training officially pitchers and catchers actually reported already for LA and San Diego because they start the season a little bit earlier. But for everybody else, it starts tomorrow. Also, tomorrow night, if you're a college hoops fan, you don't want to miss the show, the LaStella Report tomorrow night. And coming, not just Robbie LaStella, but we got Rocco Miller, who's a professional bracketologist, if I'm saying that correct.
Yeah. Really?
This dude knows what the hell he's talking about. And
it's good.
Now that we can put all this football garbage aside, I've been digging in on hockey. I've been digging in on college hoops. So I got to get ready because this NBA skills, you watch me roll this over into the tournament when it pops up here shortly. We're going to go undefeated in the
NBA skills. No, I don't know. You're not talking about the all-star NBA skills. That's
No, not the skills competition. I mean, my handicapping skills. I'm going to roll that into college basketball here in a few weeks.
Well, I got some bad news. There is more football coming up. You got that new XFL.
We're not doing any of
USFL
that.
hybrid thing. So, and all we need to do is we get Rock and Reese or one of these guys on here, and they'll tell you everything you know. Next thing you know, you're hooked on that stuff. So
I'm not going down that road. We will not talk football again until July.
Not the draft?
No, not the draft. And look, there's a caller on the phone right now. Hold on. Are you calling? Are you happy that we're not talking football till July?
Yay!
Yeah, they're happy. So apparently, I'm not the only one that's sick of football. So here's what we're gonna do. We got to take a break. All right, top of the hour. We got to take a break. When we come back, Looch on Ice. We're gonna dig into what's going on in the NHL. We got another update with Luker, and we got a lot more shenanigans coming up. So don't go anywhere. Refill your glass. Light your cigarette, whatever you got to do. Go outside, smoke it, and we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Foam Finger Maker.
Mr. Giant Foam Finger Maker.
Without you, our teams would be in 6th or 7th place and feel as if they were in 6th or 7th place.
Can you feel it?
Carefully, you craft uncanny representations of actual human hands so that we may wave them annoyingly in the faces of our rivals.
In your face.
They're enormous, yes, yet one size fits all. Brilliant.
Raise them to the sky now.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Foam Finger Maker, and know we speak for sports fans everywhere when we say, no, you're number one.
Giant Foam Finger Maker.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting, and now it's here. TBSN, the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Make some noise!
The Tony Bruno Sports Network. Download the app, tell your friends the game is on. TBSN.
Looch is like Coach Prime. Looch says, give me my theme music. Looch, in about 30 seconds, Vinny Meglis is going to pull up to your house with a cardboard box. And he's got cameras. I want you guys to go outside. We're going to broadcast it live. You got baby powder?
I'm in, man.
Yeah, baby.
I'm in.
I got my parachute pants.
I'm going to do a little wave, little popping, pop locking, backspin windmill.
Looch, remember when this came out? This is like 82, 83, 84?
Yeah, that was a good tune. Still is a good tune.
Yeah, it is. You feel like breakdancing right now, don't you? Feel like
almost do, yeah.
What is that? Coming to America. I feel like breakdancing. How many times you listen to this song when it came out? You went out and got the album, right? The 78. Is that what they were? 78's the big ones.
Yeah, and they do the scratching. Wiki, 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 wiki.
Right. Oh man.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Did you anybody have mic or parachute pants? I gotta know.
Oh, Looch did, obviously.
Yeah,
he claimed to be a breakdancer last time he was on.
See, I found out you gotta have your real ones, and then I had my fake ones because I didn't want my real ones to get all jacked up. So my fake ones were there just in case, like, get them dirty or stuff. Yeah, you had to have it well rounded. I had my blue ones, my black ones. Oh man, I was set. Bandanas.
I had the black pants with the zippers down the sides, and then it opens up, and it's like white.
Oh, I'm jealous. Oh.
Look, I'm happy to admit I never owned a pair of parachute pants. Never.
Oh, you were not cool then. Sorry.
Never had Capizios. Never had Cavaricis. None of it.
Yeah, the Capizios I wasn't into.
I had a denim jacket and some Guess jeans. Did have some Bugle Boy shirts.
See, I had the tail.
Yeah.
Oh, we all had the tail back in the 80s there.
My dad hated it.
I was back in 85, probably 84, 85.
Yeah.
All that stuff was big.
It's coming back now, man, these kids.
Yeah, I think the breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics.
No way.
I think so, yeah, man. Look it up.
Oh, I got to get in on that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Olympics.
I can at least get bronze. I still know my moves, yo.
These guys are doing some crazy moves, man, now.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to... So I don't know who's listening or watching that we know, Looch and I, but we need to find Gilly. Looch, I can't believe Looch does not know who Gilly is. But Gilly used to take all the big freestyle songs, and they would take like Eddie Murphy's Delirious and scratch them and mix them all together. So it'd be like, like, I ain't bailing shit. And like, Foo, like, what have you done for me lately? Like mixed into, I don't know, Cynthia or Cover Girls or something.
That's
Gilly
some
was
talent.
Yeah, Gilly was good stuff, man.
Man,
Gilly was Paulie D before Paulie D was Paulie D.
Not Mickey Gilly.
No, not Mickey Gilly. Not Mickey Gilly. Not Mickey
I'm related
Delaney
to that guy,
either.
matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long story. Don't worry.
when Looch is not on one night and we have no fillers, I want to hear it.
I got it. I got you.
Blades. It's Looch on ice.
Looch on ice. Looch, we missed you last week, buddy.
Yeah. Couldn't pull it off, man.
How's it going? What's let me put your music on below you there a little bit so you you get in the groove here, buddy.
It's going. There wasn't too much hockey going on. Well, you got the All-Star game that's passed up already, and we got some.
What did we miss in the All-Star game? Anything?
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't. I'm not a big fan of the All-Star game. I'd rather watch the Stadium Series games, the Winter Classic, the Heritage Classic. Those games are more exciting.
Well, there was controversy in the All-Star skills competition that the big star didn't try his hardest, and people were pissed off.
Oh yeah. It's Kucherov, I think it was. Yeah. He heard some backlash. Tampa Bay guy. Was it Tampa Bay? Yeah, I think it's Tampa Bay he plays for. Yeah, he just didn't seem like he was giving it his all, man. He just didn't look like he was into it. He was just kind of going with the flow. And
then don't show up. Are these guys mandated to be in these skills competitions, or do they sign up?
No, one of the Rangers was supposed to be in it. He backed out because he was having a kid. His wife was pregnant and he was having a baby, Artemi Panarin. So, I mean, you don't have to be there, but and they were giving out $1 million.
Yeah, that's what changed this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the whole All-Star game thing. It is what it is. The skills competition's pretty neat to watch.
Yeah.
But even that was so-so this year.
Well, if TBSN put up $1 million for the host that did the best show, I would do a much damn better show than I'm doing right now. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be honest there.
So
damn right.
So you had talked about that video that I posted on Twitter. That was one of the things I was going to bring up tonight.
Hey, Luker, can you pull that video up? You got to go back a few days. Looch put it, the hockey clip. Just look at the impressions, and you'll see over 100K. Yeah,
that was a hit from Morgan Riley on Ridley Gregg between Toronto and Ottawa. What happened the last minute or so of the game? Ridley Gregg has an open net, and he's got a breakaway, and he decides that he's going to take a slap shot on the net, which kind of pissed off, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Morgan Riley.
That's an unwritten rule, right, Luke?
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. Not slap shot. You're just kind of throwing it in their face, man, that you won the game, with an empty netter. So Morgan Riley goes out.
Is going to put the finishing touches on an Ottawa win and series win, and Morgan Riley takes exception to that. And the Battle of Ontario will boil over here.
You know what that looked like? That looked like, you ever play spades? And you slam the cards down when you're playing spades? That's what that slap shot in the empty net looked like right there.
Rummy.
Yeah, it reminded me of my days in Rikers Island. When we were playing spades, I'm throwing the spades down.
Yeah, I would have been okay with it if he just kind of went after him and threw a couple punches and, or even cross-checked him across the body. But to the head, man, that's a little rough. He went through the hearing today. He had a virtual hearing, and he got 5 games suspension. So he'll be out for a little bit. Morgan Riley.
What'd the guy who took the slap shot get? Nothing?
No, I don't think.
Just got his ass kicked, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's good enough, I guess.
He's a young kid. He probably didn't know better, and
somebody's got to tell him. That's a big rivalry.
Yeah. That's the Battle of Ontario, there, man.
That's it.
In Canada. So, yeah, they were not happy with that situation. I think he got away okay. Ridley Gregg.
So this
Goes
is
back
crazy,
to the etiquette.
So I'm on this, I'm looking at people all over the world that are watching, and there's somebody right in the middle of a lake right now. So at least this looks like a lake.
Oh, really? The Great
down here
Lakes?
in South Florida. No, it's a fig tree pond.
They get some
Literally,
good
it's like-
reception.
I know. Maybe they're on a boat, and that's the great thing about TBSN, is that you can take it with you wherever you go. If you're going to go out on a boat, you can take it with you on the boat. You can take it on your bike ride. You can take it in the gym. You can take it to the grocery store. You can take it to your mother-in-law's house. You can take it to church. It doesn't make a difference.
I think my wife was like looking at me in the bathroom, just like, wow, he's good looking. and then she said that I was good looking too. I was like, man, thanks.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, buddy. That's all right, Oh. So what else, Looch? What else is up in hockey besides all the violence? Is there anything going on that's not violent, bro?
Yeah, we got Connor Bedard. He's
back.
He's supposed to be coming back February 25th.
Thank you.
Chicago. It should be the Chicago-Detroit game, which there's a couple things happening in that game. You got Connor Bedard coming back. You got Chris Chelios, who was a longtime Chicago Blackhawk. He's having his jersey retired that night, number 7. So
Love that guy.
His number 7 will go up to the rafters. And then you have Patrick Kane, who will be coming back.
Ex-Ranger.
He'll be coming back to Chicago. He's playing with the Detroit Red Wings, so that's his first game back to Chicago since he got traded to the Rangers.
Why is he still playing? I thought he was washed up last year when you guys had him.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's not doing
He's
too
okay.
bad. Yeah, he had a little hiccup, but he's back and he's doing
Chicago they're just trying to lure anybody they can.
right.
They're doing their best.
Right. So Bedard's still up there at the top of the list for rookies, man. He's tied with Brock Faber with 33 points. Bedard's got 15 goals and 18 assists in 39 games. Brock Faber's got the same amount in 52 games. So Bedard's still right up there, even though he's been out for probably a month or so now. But
a while.
He'll be back in action. They're thinking February 25th. It could be that little homestand that they have coming up. They don't come back. So looking forward to that. Seeing Bedard get back into action.
That's big right there.
Sure is, man.
The break did Ovechkin really good. That guy, he's come back. He's back on track. Had a nice empty netter against the Bruins. So I think he's like 60 back of Gretzky. So the watch is back on, as they say.
Yeah, it'll probably be about a season and a half, probably. Yeah. If he can squeak out a few more goals this year, next year, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to do it next year. He may have to go another year, at least the beginning of the season, to hit that record.
41.
Yeah, he had a rough start. He definitely had a rough start, Ovechkin.
Hey, is 1,000 games a lot of games for a hockey player to have played?
Yeah, that's a decent amount, and that's I know who you're talking about. I think guy from
Alex
Vegas,
Pietrangelo.
Pietrangelo. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either.
He played in his 1,000th game last night. He ended up not scoring, but he had 2 assists in the Golden Knights' loss to the Wild.
Yeah.
Your buddy Jimmy Dowd played for the Wild, didn't he?
Sure did.
I
Played
remember
for. He played for quite a few teams. Yeah, he played for quite a few teams, man. Devils, Islanders, Flyers, Montreal. He played for quite a few teams.
that. And you have a Jimmy Dowd update tonight, right?
I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. I found out
you made an attempt, right?
Yeah, no, I found out
All right.
I'm related to him. You know, his mother and my his mother and my mother are both mothers.
Yeah. You know what that makes your fathers, right?
I am your father. Wow.
So-
good. That's good stuff, Looch.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yay!
That's hilarious.
That's from the Three Stooges, if you don't know. His mother, my mother, both mothers. I think Curly did it or something. So, but yeah, we got Rangers too. Rangers are turning it around, man.
Yeah, bro. Shiesty went off, huh, last night?
That's Shesty, not Shiesty.
I call him Shiesty. Shiesty. That's how
Shyster.
that's how us Jews say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's turning his game around, man. He's had a rough beginning. I think with Jonathan Quick being the backup that was playing great for the Rangers. I think Shesterkin was feeling the pressure, and he needed a little break with the All-Star break, and he did pretty good in the All-Star with the All-Stars.
Luch, it's Mr. Shesterkin to you.
Yeah.
His friends get to call him Shesty.
Igor.
And the Rangers won, what, 5 in a row?
They're 5 in a row, man.
Look at
Yes.
the knowledge, Jeff, that's just oozing out of me tonight.
Yeah.
Coming around, yo. It's about time.
Shesterkin got his first shutout against the Calgary Flames the other night.
Last night, right?
Yeah, and he took a shot on net, a shot on the open net, but he missed. So
That's some Hextall type stuff right
Yeah.
there, huh?
he's looking for a goal. That's for sure. He's tried it a few times.
How
And I
many
was hap-
goalies have scored a goal? I remember Ron Hextall did it. Anybody else?
Yeah, there's a few. There's probably I think there's about 4 guys that have done it, 4 or 5 maybe in the NHL.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you who the hell they were, man. I know Hextall was definitely one of them.
Because Hextall chopped everybody's legs out from behind.
Oh,
Everybody was down on the ice, and then I hated the Flyers, but I loved Ron Hextall.
Yeah,
Watch them play. Yep.
he was pretty brutal, man, as a goalie.
You know, I got a Jimmy Dowd story when you actually do deliver him. Because
Okay.
me and Jimmy were in the same gym class.
Nice.
And I was a goalie, and Jimmy was Jimmy.
Right.
And Jimmy took a shot on me.
Oh,
And I saved it
nice.
with my forehead. Yeah, bro. It left. I had like a softball right in between my eyes for about a week after that. It's a true
That-
story.
That could not have felt good.
No, but he knew not to get close to the net because I was the Hextall of Mr. Spade's gym class there. We were constantly suspended, me and my buddy Petroselli.
Oh,
Suspended,
Yeah.
I mean in gym class from hockey. I don't mean suspended from school. Those were different suspensions. I never lumped the two of them together.
Hmm.
Yeah, and some of the stories of these guys, I'm waiting for JU.
Nah,
He
JU
never
wasn't in
stepped
that
on the
class.
ice. He wasn't.
No, JU wasn't on. But we played street hockey a lot, me and JU. We had a really good street hockey team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, JU.
The way you describe him, I could see that guy is a bruiser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, JU spent a lot of time in the penalty box, literally.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, Luker, I could see him more being like that speedster. You know, getting out there and just running around circles, everybody on the ice. I gotta know, Luke. You ever get on the ice just to skate or anything?
Luker
Stephen Luker. Yeah.
No,
I could see that. I could see him as a speedster.
What about you, Looch?
I'm
What is your hockey? How much hockey did you play?
Not too much, man. I was a baseball guy, believe it or not, man. When I was younger,
All
I played little league, minor league. I did a lot of baseball in my time, and then as I got a little bit older, I got into the hockey. Not too much older, but 16, 17, I started getting into hockey a real lot.
So Looch just big
refereeing.
shotted last week. He big shotted the entire state of Florida because Looch was going to come down here.
Yeah.
Except Anthony Rizzo was too busy to hang with him, so Looch didn't come. He says if Rizzo and what do you call him? Rizzo, Rizzy,
Riz.
Frank. You ever call him Frank?
Right? Yeah,
Rizzo.
Frank.
Oh.
Frank. That's his cousin. That's my cousin, who's Frank.
I got
Believe
no
it or
Frank
not.
loaded up on the board tonight. Damn it.
Oh man, Looch is related to everybody.
Frank Rizzo. His parents were there, but he wasn't there.
You are a lush.
Yeah. They had an 80s.
Frank
an 80s.
Rizzo, open your fucking ears, jackass.
Sorry about that.
You jerky.
So the Rangers put a guy on waivers also today. I know you had seen that. Tyler Pitlick.
Yeah. What's up? He's got a young guy behind him that they want to make room for. Is that what's going on?
Well, it's either that or they're going to put together some kind of a trade. Maybe they're going to bring a young guy or two up. They brought two young guys up, and they're kind of putting them out there to let people see what they can do and possibly do a trade, or they bring them up and they use them as young guys for a playoff run, hopefully. So
Are they on a 3-game winning streak, or are they just? I mean, they like
5 games.
Oh
Look,
wow!
He's not even paying it. Minus
5
10 points, bro. He's not even paying attention to Looch on ice tonight, man.
Well, the thing is, it's like they plowed through the Lightning, and then it was like, of course, I think the Blackhawks, which I'm fading the Blackhawks, by the way, and then of course, Calgary. You guys talked about Shesty. Like, man, they're just unstoppable. I love it. I love it for you, not for me.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. I hope they can just keep rolling along up until the playoffs. They're going to have some tough teams to play. I mean, with Boston and Florida and Carolina starting to turn it on.
Yeah.
So
There's only about 6 weeks left, though, right?
Yeah, I think we're at 40 or 52 games, and it's 82 games in the season. So you got about 30 games left.
All right.
So we're getting there. Yeah, playoff time is a whole new season, man. Once the playoffs start, it's like starting over again.
That's what I love about hockey.
Get in, and anything can happen.
Looch, what's going on with everybody's favorite team from a year ago, the Kraken?
Kraken, they're struggling a little bit. They're down 6th place in their division. They're 12th in the Western Division. They got a good goalie. I like their goalie, Joey Decord, but they got some stuff to work on. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs this year or not.
They lost to the Devils last night, 3-1.
Yeah,
but the big thing, Looch, at 12 minutes in the second period, the Devils had 15 shots on goal, and the Kraken had 0. So they had no shots on goal in the first 12 minutes of the second period.
Right.
What's going on there? Wow.
Yeah, that's a rough one, man. They're playing tonight. I think the Kraken too. I think they're playing
the Islanders.
The Islanders, yeah. So,
and if you guys, a lot of the young guys won't watch hockey. They watch the highlights, like my kids watching highlights. If you're out there watching highlights, the Islanders goalie, was it Sorokin?
Yeah.
Had a stop. That stop was laid out. I mean, you don't see very often. Highlight reel, you guys get on that stuff. Watch some of these like goalies. Like who's going to win the goalie of the year? I gotta know.
Yeah, he's one of the top goalies, man. Ilya Sorokin, without a doubt. Bro. Him and Shesterkin started off the season as the top goalies. They kind of took a little back seat to some other goalies that are coming up. I like this goalie for the Calgary Flames, Markstrom. He's playing great. You got Joey Decord, like I said, from Seattle. I mean, you got the two goalies in Boston who are great, Swayman and Ullmark.
They always have two. Damn it.
Yeah.
Better Ranger goalie, Looch. Mike Richter, John Van Beesbrook. Eddie Mio.
Mike Richter.
Yeah.
Mike Richter, without a doubt.
How could you do that to him?
Better than Van Beesbrook?
That's like picking
Yeah.
your best kid.
I mean, I like Van Beesbrook. He was one of my favorite goalies, but best goalie, Mike Richter.
Better than Eddie Mio?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm a big fan of Henrik Lundqvist too, man. I mean, he was great.
Never won
King,
anything.
the king, and I think he was even at the Super Bowl. Oh, should I say that?
Oh,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
No Super Bowl talk.
Those of you who bet, and if you have a problem, 1-800-GAMBLER, must be 21 or older. If the Rangers don't win the East, I'm going to say the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers are surging. So mark my words. Mark the tape.
Yeah, but you don't want to be surging. You want to come in under the radar like they did last year, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works. You're right. But, Looch made the point. It's like, hey, once the playoff starts, it's anybody's game. It's all back to square one.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be that President's Trophy winner for the season. That's like the curse, winning the Boston Bruins and then getting bumped out.
Yikes.
So you don't want to be that.
What I
first-place
love
team.
about Looch on ice is that dog doing acrobatics in the background there all the time. The dog is great.
That's Stella. Stella.
There she is.
Yeah, I think the Kraken are on a run right now where they're playing all the teams that are getting ready to play each other this weekend in that Stadium Series deal. Right?
Oh, okay.
I think they just played the Flyers, and then they played the Devils. Now they're playing the Islanders. Did they play the Rangers like tomorrow or something? Or
I think they're coming up on the Rangers. Yeah, maybe Thursday.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I haven't looked at the schedule, but
Kraken and Bruins on Thursday.
Oh, Kraken and Bruins. Okay. So
what kind of fan are you, Looch? What kind of hockey expert are you, man? Barry Melrose would have known the schedule.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about today. Yeah. So that's where we're at in hockey right now. That West Division is a tough division, man. Got Vancouver Canucks at the top, Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche, and then the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, you can't count them out, even though they're not playing so great right now, right? Than the Golden Knights.
Yeah, no, they're without one of their best players, Jack Eichel, right now. He had just had knee surgery. Hopefully he'll be coming back soon because I have him on my damn fantasy team, and my fantasy team's about to hit the playoffs, so I need him back quickly.
You know what the problem is with the Golden Knights? They got to give Peter Angelos over there a break, bro. 1,000 games in a row? That's a lot of games, man. He needs a rest.
Sure.
LeBron would never play that many games in a row.
Yeah.
So AJ, are you jumping on any kind of like wagers? Or just at least looking at them, right?
No. I'm just trying to get up to speed so I don't sound like a doofus when you guys are talking about hockey. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I did look at a couple things, and I'm pulling the trigger. First of all, before I do that, and like I said, I'm fading the Kings, fading the Coyotes. The West, they beat each other up so much. So that's my Coyotes, by the way. But I went ahead and I looked at the Hurricanes. It's 1.5 on the puck line. If you guys maybe study up on that, take the over in the first period. That's a slam dunk. And also the Oilers on the money line. If you want to parlay that, that's great. But that would be my little hockey bet for the night, especially for Looch on ice. Looch, I could say at one time you're not big on betting, but if you had to, who's coming out of the West?
Out of the West, good teams you're talking about coming out of the West. Winnipeg Jets and Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche are a great team. Great team. I mean, they don't have they got Gorgiev there as their goalie, but they got some powerhouses up front that are they're definitely going to be a contender for push in the playoffs. Big push in the playoffs.
McKinnon. Yep.
Yeah, McKinnon. Yeah, Nathan McKinnon. Sure.
He's killing.
Oh God, he's number one of the number one guys out there right now.
Yeah,
Scoring.
it's Kucherov and then McKinnon.
Yep.
They're like right neck and neck almost.
Yep. Got a great team. And Vegas is right there, man. You know, they got some great players too. Marchessault and Eichel coming back, and they got a decent goalie there too with Hill.
Aiden Hill. Heck yeah, man. He's still young, man. He's only like 27 or something. So.
Yep.
So, Looch, what are you bringing on Friday?
Friday.
On Thursday. I'm sorry, Thursday.
Thursday. I think Thursday we're gonna go with the good, bad, and the ugly.
Oh yeah.
Good, bad, ugly, and then you talking Stadium Series on Thursday.
We're gonna talk Stadium Series. We got.
You'll be there, right?
I'll be at the Stadium Series on Sunday. I'm gonna try to. I may go on Saturday. To just kind of hang out, and then the parking lot for the Devils Flyers game. We'll see how the weather is, and we'll see how what the parking lot's looking like. We got the Saturday's game is the late game, is the 8:00 game, and Sunday's game is the that we're going to is the 3:00 game. So we'll be there during the day, which is nice. Hopefully, it'll be a little warm. It's been a little cold here. We've been getting some snow, so.
Joe Q was at the Golden Knights game last night.
Nice.
He was the photographer, Bleacher Brothers photographer on location.
Good stuff.
Q on ice last night.
Q on ice, yo. Yeah, when we were there, what was it? Looch and I talked about it real fast on text, but Oilers came to town.
Yeah.
And I think we're both like, look, fade the Kings on that one. The Oilers are just like too much right now. And we saw, I don't know if we told you, we saw a good chunk of Oiler fans there. So, and they are on it, man. Like, I'm like, go Oilers. And this guy just like broke down the game. I didn't ask for this. They are fierce.
These guys are from Canada, man. That's where it all started.
And you almost lost your job. We ran into a guy from Canada in the elevator, and he's like spouting all the knowledge. I'm like,
nice.
I offered him your job, Looch. I forgot about that guy.
He sounded like Canada all the way. Eh?
He did.
Was it? You gonna name it Pierre on Ice or what?
I don't know. It's just
he wasn't as good looking as you, so we decided, all right,
sure.
forget it.
All right, Looch will be back with us Thursday night for Stadium Series, Good, Bad, and Ugly. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go to Lucre, some MLB, and get this thing across the finish line tonight. All right? Looch, it's always fun, man.
Yep.
Appreciate
it. Awesome.
We're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
All right, guys. Later.
You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Over-the-Top Carb Counter.
Mr. Over-the-Top Carb Counter.
Brushing aside such follies as work and family, you wisely adopted carbo counting as your primary pastime.
I'm crazy for carbos.
From breakfast through dinner, you tirelessly record every precious carb, hoping it might all add up to your target number, 0.
Hold on to your dream now.
Was that artichoke you ate 13.5 carbs or 13.6? Better look it up while you help yourself to another package of bacon.
I like it crispy.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh Count of Monte Carlo, because the only thing better than meat and potatoes is meat and meat.
Mr. Over-the-Top
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Used Car Lot Auto Salesman.
Mr. Used Car Lot Auto Salesman.
Slick back hair, a sharkskin suit, alligator boots. You cultivate a look that oozes, trust me.
I think that I can trust you.
You stand behind every car you sell. Because if you stood in front and the brakes failed, you'd be crushed.
You better watch out now.
Oil leak? What oil leak? That puddle under the car is just swept from all that horsepower.
Let the horses out now.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Peddler of the sheet metal. Because when life hands you lemons, you sell them.
Mr. Used Car Lot Auto Salesman.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
For you, the daily commute isn't simply a drive to the office. It's a hands-on exploration deep into your schnoz.
I'm going in now.
With pinpoint accuracy and sheer determination, you dig for boogers like miners dig for gold.
Hit the jackpot.
And why do you do it? 'Cause the windows are up and you think we can't see you. We can.
How you doing?
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh nabber of the nose nugget. We'd like to shake your hand, but you'll have to wash it first.
Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Schaefer pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Yes, Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having
Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Push-Up Bra Inventor.
Mr. Push-Up Bra Inventor.
Never before has one man done so much with so little.
Lifting them higher.
From mosquito bites, pimples, and pancakes to melons, mountains, and major league yabos. An engineering feat so brilliant it can only be described as va-va-va-voom. Thanks to you, even a 90-year-old grandmother can go from A to double D in a single bound.
What's your number, Granny?
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh hoister of the hooter, because when it comes to the bust, you're the best.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now, back to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a lover with a red iPhone. Looking like a tramp, like a video vamp. Demolition woman, can I be your man? Rattle and a dazzle and a flashy little light. Television lover.
We're in the home stretch, guys.
Alrighty.
But we need to find out how unlocked my NBA locks are right now. I get a bad feeling about tonight. Hopefully the late games pull it out for us here. So we're going to go to the top fan rivalry sports desk, and Stephen Luker is going to give us better news than he gave us earlier. Right, Stephen?
That's right.
We do. We're going to start with some college basketball upsets. We have some college basketball upsets tonight.
Whoa.
Syracuse beats number 7 North Carolina 86-79
What?
tonight. And number 23 lost to Illinois State. Indiana State loses 80 to Illinois State beat Indiana State, who is number 23 in the nation, 80 to 67. And our last upset is Virginia losing to Pittsburgh 74-63. Virginia is the number 21 school in the nation.
Is that the last upset, or am I going to be upset when you give the NBA scores?
I don't know, but we're seeing the Bucks moving up, so that's the good thing right now we have. But right now in the fourth quarter, the Celtics are up 99-86 against the Brooklyn Nets. The Thunder are up 111-95 against the Orlando Magic in the fourth quarter. 6:24 to go. It's a 20-point difference from the Heat and Bucks third quarter, 2:20 to go. 92-72 is the score. In your hockey action, we have a couple finals right now. The Montreal Canadiens smacked the Ducks 5-0. The Buffalo Sabres just smacked the living life out of the Kings 7-0.
Wow.
The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the St. Louis Blues 4-1.
Steven, you didn't have to hit them so hard. That was like a slap shot on an empty net
Yeah.
what you just did to them, buddy.
The Ottawa Senators are up 5-3 against the Columbus Blue Jackets with 1:36 to go in the third period. Tied 2-2 in Boston with the Lightning and Bruins. Third period, 1:14 to go. The Colorado Avalanche are up 4-3 against the Washington Capitals in the third period. 3:20 to go. The Kraken and Islanders are tied 1 apiece in the third period. 12:10 to go.
Good
The
job.
Carolina Hurricanes and Dallas Stars are tied 2 apiece. 10 seconds before the third period starts. The Predators are up 2-1 against the New Jersey Devils. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the second period. The Vancouver Canucks are up 1-0 against the Chicago Blackhawks in the second period. 16:33 to go. The Edmonton Oilers are up 2-0 against the Detroit Red Wings with 5:17 to go in the first period.
That's my money line.
Since we're going to gear towards baseball, we're going to go 1995. The Los Angeles Dodgers signed Japanese pitcher star Hideo Nomo to a contract that includes a $2 million sign-in bonus. Nomo was won 78 games for the Kitsu Buffaloes.
Yay!
Over the past 4 seasons, and he will become the National League Rookie of the Year that season. And that is your sports update.
Yay!
Attaboy.
Hang on, before you dip out, buddy. How was your week last week?
It was fun. I actually enjoyed it. It was fun meeting people and getting to do the show, learn the backside of the show, doing the behind the scenes. Like, I felt like I was the Wizard of Oz doing it, doing all the transitions and making sure everything was moving perfectly and everything.
What did you do fun besides working when you were out there?
I went to the BattleBots event in Vegas the Wednesday after the Super Bowl party that was on Tuesday, because I met the executive producer during that party, and I got free VIP tickets and stuff.
You have no fear of networking, do you?
Nope.
Yep. He
Not
puts
at
himself
all.
out there, bro.
So what the hell is BattleBots? Because I know you did it. I honestly have no idea what BattleBots is.
So BattleBots started back then in the 90s. It's a robot competition. It started on Comedy Central with Bill Dwyer and Sean Salisbury were the original host of BattleBots. So I ran into Bill Dwyer that night, and I tried to get an interview, but he left. But I'm still in reach with one of the people that will give me an interview with Bill Dwyer. So I will be setting that up sometime soon.
Hey, do you think I can get on BattleBots?
Oh.
Or would I be better like this?
I don't know.
I need to get on BattleBots.
This is
This is definitely the winning voice. This one would get my ass kicked.
But
This is the future.
so they're real robots, Steven?
yeah, they're depends on weights. They go from like the main show is 250 pounds. So they air it on Discovery every springtime for people to watch. There's a lot of teams competing for a trophy and everything. I've been watching it for a while.
So
and
what contestants build these robots? Is that what they do?
Yes, they do.
Okay. How would R2-D2 fare in one of these competitions?
Probably get destroyed because these people have weapons, like all kinds of stuff, blades and flipping.
Yeah,
So
imagine a
R2-D2 might be
circular
flipping
saw
all over the place.
on some of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
Anything you can imagine, and low center of gravity. Sometimes that wins. You just never know. But R2-D2 doesn't have that low center of gravity. They just take his legs out from underneath him.
Yeah, but that's got to be such a mean sport because you spend all your time.
Yeah.
You put blood, sweat, and tears into building this robot that you think is all tough, and then you get Mike Tyson robot comes in and just rips it apart. I would get attached to my robot, kind of like a dog or something.
This is a fight you gotta watch. This is what it is.
This ain't like soapbox derby, okay?
Oh,
I got a fight
we got a
queued
clip.
up.
We got a clip here. All right, hold on. I gotta set it up here. Hang on. I needed to get other windows open here. I didn't. So let me go like this. Give me 1 second, buddy. I'll get it done. Get rid of that. Let me go like this. You guys think I just sit here and look pretty? I got all this stuff to do. All right.
Main event begin. Sawblaze trying to get around to the side of uppercut. Oh! Who just punted Sawblaze? Is it out of the arena? Look at Jameson go. Somehow get back in there. Oh my goodness. My gosh. That was an actual explosion in the battle box. Whoa. That was unbelievable. Uppercut continuing to go to work. Chris, this is an extremely powerful weapon. Wow! Oh! Jameson Go is grounding Kenny, being picked apart by his own student. Oh! Look at the power as it's just destroying Sawblaze. Unreal. Looks like I should have had uppercut on my top weapons list. My bad. Jameson Go and Sawblaze cannot move. 10, they're being counted 9, down. 8, wow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. An unbelievable performance by the youngsters from MI.
That one was one of the nastiest fights because of that explosion that happened.
So were you there for that fight?
No, this was one that was on TV.
Were there any explosions the night you were there?
No, but they destroyed a slot machine for all the people who lost money on them.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's right up my alley. I've been there.
Yeah,
where I wanted to, where I needed to. Not even wanted. I've needed to.
Yeah, so that's always they have all kinds of robots. So they have extra ones of that exact robot they fight in the pits.
All right, look, I'm more fascinated with how you met the guy. So you're at the Super Bowl party.
Yeah, I met the executive producer at the party.
How did you meet? Did you know it was him when you saw him?
I saw the robot.
Oh, he did.
I saw the robot on the ground.
Okay.
Like we were there, me, Jeff, and Robbie. We were just there. I was like, wait, is that the people from BattleBots? So I introduced myself, and Robbie kind of gave his card, and then I got his card, so I sent him an email. He's like, send me an email in the morning about if you want to come to this event. And I did that first thing in the morning around 9 o'clock before I headed down to Radio Row. So I took care of that email. I texted him before our last break. I was like, hey, did you get the email? He's like, yes. And he's like, I got you some VIP tickets and everything. So my dad and my dad's girlfriend went to the show. We went to it. And those tickets are about $400 for 3 people.
Wow. Where was the show?
It was at the BattleBots Arena in Vegas. So
they got their own arena?
Yeah. It's like, right across the pit road.
It's like Celine Dion has her own arena. It's only the only people have their own arena. Wayne Newton don't even have his own arena. Just Celine Dion and the BattleBots.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it was right at near pit road of the Formula One track. So we went there. Luckily, I saved that money. I was like, thank goodness. And then I was talking with the producers and stuff. So I still in reach with them. So I talk with them whenever I can. So
Wow, that's
let them know.
He has not taken that sweatshirt off since he got it. So.
I got it washed when I got home.
Sweatshirt,
I gotta
huh?
I like this jacket. It's cozy.
Yeah, you look like a NASCAR, buddy.
Hey, I have a Bleacher Brothers shirt under it.
Nice.
Give me 5
Nice.
points.
All right, 5 points.
What else? What else was a highlight from last week for you?
I was able to get Patrick for our show, and then he ended up going to the Tony show right after, which was amazing. I was like, well, I made something, happen for our show. I went out, market, and
you did good. And look, I don't want to say stuff, but so Patrick did us, and then he went to Tony, right?
Yeah, he did you guys first, and then Tony. So
and then Carrot Top did us, and then he went to Tony,
and then
right?
Tim went, yeah.
And then the coach of the Chiefs did us,
and he
then
didn't
went to
show
Tony,
up for.
right?
I don't know. He didn't show for Tony because he was scheduled the day before us. Because I saw it in like Robin's schedule and stuff that he was scheduled for the day before, like the day.
Fascinating. That's all I'm saying is fascinating.
Oh, Miss Robin was very grateful for you, Steven. So
yeah, so were we.
Yes,
Patrick was a great. His name's Bill, not Patrick.
Yeah, Bill.
But
Bill Fagerbecky.
Yes, he was fantastic, and I had no idea what the heck we were getting into because I don't watch cartoons. But he was great. He was funny.
Because you remember from Coach, like me.
Yeah, well, vaguely I do. Yes, at least I had to act like I did, so I could bullshit my way through the segment there. And then, how was your ride home? Did you go to Cousin Eddie's candy store or whatever it was?
Yeah, I went to Peggy Sue's on the way back.
What about the thermometer? Did you stop at the thermometer?
No, it was dark when we left. We left 5 o'clock.
And you had, and your first night when you were out there in that other hotel, you had an issue, right?
Yes, at the Golden Gate. In my first room, there was a bug in the room. I was like, are you serious? I was about to go to bed. And then they switched the room for free, and I was happy with the room.
Did they put you in the hangover suite after you found the bug? Was the bug
No.
alive or dead?
Dead. It was dead on the ground. It was like passed out. But those Golden Gate rooms are so small. The Oakland A's can fill their fans in that seating.
Whoa.
Oh, man. There's one for
Good
Luker.
stuff, buddy.
Yep.
More points for Luker.
You know, we've dragged this segment on a little bit too long when Luker starts telling jokes.
That was great stuff, Steven. We appreciate your input tonight, and you did a fantastic job on Radio Row.
I think the BattleBots might be to blame for the Jackie Robinson statue. Do you see that one? We can save it later.
It's still on. I didn't know. I thought I had to hold the button
down. I thought I had to hold it down. Didn't realize it was still on. Look, I saw that news came through. There's all kinds of baseball news, but let's hit that because that's an important story, actually. And it's something that we talked about a couple weeks ago with Bill Perkins.
Yeah, we covered it a while back, and it was a mystery. But it looks like authorities have finally arrested a 45-year-old man in connection. The statue was cut off at the ankles. Might have been that one. They used that one BattleBot thing to do it, but they found it a few days later smoldering in a trash can. Terrible. But the man in question they found was Ricky Alderetti. He was taken into custody earlier this month in a kidnapping case, but they found out he was connected to this. Wichita police said that there was no evidence that there was a hate-motivated crime.
Yay!
It was rather more to get the medal for scrap. So
was he a crackhead or a drunk? Is that what he was?
We don't know exactly. So if I'm guessing crackhead, drunk, something just to get the scrap. Because what's bronze going for per pound? I got to check it out. So
I've caught Chef Tom actually rounding up hobos liquoring them up and then getting them to pass out, and he steals the fillings out of their mouth and then goes and sells the fillings at the junkyard.
Is he the one that started the bum fights on the internet?
Might have been, yeah. Next thing, he'll be dressing these guys up like robots and doing that.
So
how did they track the guy down though?
They basically the
somebody ratted him out, right?
Police chief. This is the police chief talking, and he must have taken a page out of Jason Aldean's. Try that in a small town. He goes, this is only the first arrest, and there'll be more to come. But they don't specify how they determined. And you know how the police are. But they don't know how they suspect him. But this is what he said. Try that in a small town. But no, he says, when you try to take something from this community, we won't tolerate it. So he's going to share more details as the investigation goes further. But it's led a lot of people to believe that his family members might be involved in this. Of course, the public attorney for the guy didn't want to comment or anything. They pressed him a little bit, but they cut that base, like I said, at the feet. I mean, Jackie Robinson, he was known for his feet. Like, if you're going to take the statue, the guy he could steal some bases. So what's wrong with you? You could get, more money for the feet just because it's Jackie Robinson's feet. And actually, as we speak, we got some update. Bronze is actually up $2.40 a pound. So hopefully
Jeff,
he gets something. So
believe it or not, Jeff. Hang on, where is it? Believe it or not.
You don't want to believe it, but maybe the show is over.
Oh,
it's nearly over. We got we're at 25 seconds left. So
well, definitely. Before I go, I got to say happy anniversary to my beautiful wife Tiffany. 12 years, and she's the best wife ever.
Awesome. Congratulations to both of you guys. We will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Tony Bruno Sports Network, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook. And tomorrow night, tune in. Special guest, Rocco Miller. We're talking college hoops. Adios.
You're listening to Tony Bruno Sports Network. Tony didn't invent sports radio. He perfected it.